Part 2 of me answering your questions. Let's get started. Dear Matthew, it is very clear to your fans that you are a very big The Golden Girls fan. What was your initial reaction to hearing of Rue McClanahan / Blanche's death? Signed, Jay. Well, Jay, my best friend Jamie actually texted me that morning with the news. She said, I hope you're sitting down. Rue McClanahan has just had a stroke and died. And I was taken aback. It really, it made me sad simply because since 2008, we've been losing a member of the Golden Girl family. First, it was Estelle Getty in 2008, B. Arthur 2009, 2010 was Rue McClanahan. It worried me. I was like, if this is the track that we're going, then 2011. I don't even want to think that, because Betty White is just so prominent right now. I want her to keep up her spirits. I think it's great. Honestly, growing up, B. Arthur's character Dorothy was not my favorite. I used to say she was my least favorite. I would have to say back then, probably Rue McClanahan's character was my favorite, just because she was the Southern Belle. And I responded to that. But as I got older and started understanding the jokes a lot more, I realized I liked Dorothy the best, and she was my absolute favorite. So on one of my old MySpaces, one of the people that I wanted to meet at the time was B. Arthur. This was before she had passed away. And so that death disturbed me quite a bit. And there's footage of her where I can't remember what it was called. There was this TV show where this person actually got to meet B. Arthur. It was a kid who was studying for some sort of final, and she sat in his room and helped him study as, you know, kind of a mock-up of the fact that she was a substitute teacher in the Golden Girls, and she, at the end, was given a cheesecake or offered cheesecake, and she's like, no, I don't like cheesecakes. That was just for the role. And so that made me very, very sad. And then with Rue's death, I just realized, you know, that's a part of my past that is now a part of my future. It's just so great that we have the footage. I have all of the DVDs of the Golden Girls, and I watch it almost every single day. I watched it twice today. Actually, no, 3 times today. I watched 3 episodes today. It never gets old for me. It's such a fascinating show because it's what I grew up on. I love it. It always takes me back to so many fond memories of me growing up. I have this weird connection with actors, actresses, and movies and television shows, especially during the time that they're on the air. We're always so excited when we see a new episode, and then 5-10 years flies by you, and you're like, wow, I can't believe it's really been that long. The Golden Girls were on from the mid-'80s until the early 90s, and I remember them. I was born in 87, and I remember watching them in the 90s. It's cool to think that at some point in my life, there were current issues coming out at that time when they were all alive and relatively healthy. So I just smile and know that she did a wonderful job with her life. All of the girls did, and they're what keep me going. My cat and the Golden Girls, those are the girls that keep me going in this life. And I definitely want to become a Golden Girl as I get older, so we'll see. Okay. Dear Matthew, I am 15 years old and... Okay, yeah, I read this one, but I didn't read it aloud. Dear Matthew, I am 15 years old, and being gay, this is my first real gay relationship with a guy. Oh, I'm sorry, first real relationship with a guy. I have been talking to this guy for about 5 weeks, and I am falling for him real fast. Problem is, there's honestly nothing to talk about because it's so awkward. We're different ages. I'm 15, he is 18. For me, it's harder to talk to him. What should I do? I would love you forever if you answered my question. Love, James. James, I'm going to give you some advice that my grandfather bestowed upon me from an early age. Don't sweat the little shit. I know that's inappropriate, but your username is Gaga Fucker, so I think we're cool. Here's the deal. You're 15 years old. I am nearly a decade older than you. And while we each have our own different experiences that we can bring to each other's lives, you have to realize that the things that are important to you right now at this very moment are not going to be as important to you in 3 to 5 to 10 years from now. I would say, this is what I would do. I'm going to give you a little homework. I want you to make a vision board for yourself. I've spoken about this in the past. My vision board consists of things I plan to accomplish by the time I'm 25. It has inspirational quotes, funny things people have said to me, pictures of my family, my friends, letters people have written me, things that are important. What I want you to do with your vision board, and this goes for any of you out there, I want you to list 5 things that are of the topmost priority to you right now. Having a relationship, owning a home, moving out of your parents' house, dyeing your hair, losing weight, whatever the things are that are important to you, I want you to write those down. And I want you to keep those on the vision board for a few years. It doesn't even have to be a board you look at every single day, but have it somewhere where you don't forget that you have it. Mine isn't hung up, but it's still in my bedroom. I know it's there and I look at it relatively often. Now, I know this is going to be quite a stretch, but I want you to think about those things in relation to your life right now. And then 3 years from now, I want you to look back and see if those things to you then are important to you now. I'm sorry, I know this is like, wait 3 years and see what happens. I want you to realize that at 15, you may think you know everything. You may think you know everything that you want to know. There is so much more out there. Relationships with an age difference like that, and that's pretty significant. You're still a teenager. He's got less than 2 years away from being 20, which is adult status. A lot of things will change. It's easy to fall in like with someone. It's much harder to fall in love with someone. When you fall in love with them, there isn't that much of an awkward tension between the two of you guys. You guys have already gotten through that. You spoke, you continue to speak, you've had spats, you've talked about the most important things in your life, you've talked about minute, trivial things in your life. There's a lot of ground that you cover to get to where I believe you are at a I love you too status. And you're probably not there at 15. I know I couldn't have been there at 15. When I came out at 16, I thought I knew as much as I possibly could. I wasn't going to get in trouble. I was going to have a MySpace, but I was going to still meet gay guys in the area so I could be friends with them. I was going to do my own thing. Woo! I look back now and I'm like, whoa, if I were older and I had a son that was me at that age, I don't know what I would have done. I totally understand now why our parents can seem like they're constricting us from doing the things that we want to. It's truly to protect us. I see so many more evils in this world now than I ever did. And I'm more accepting of people. I am more open to ideas of hatred, ideas of love, ideas of chaos, and ideas of structure. It sounds insane, but I have a better idea of the real world now. Back then, I would wear an I Heart Dick shirt to the movie theater in a podunk country town, and I wouldn't give 2 shits about it. Now, not so much. Not because I'm afraid, but because I know. I know now that there are people out there that could take a gun, a knife, a fist at you. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the safety. It's not worth your safety or the safety of other people. I don't know where the hell I'm going with this. What I'm trying to say is you're at an age right now where you can like people, have fun, enjoy that. Do you want a husband right now at 15? No. You've barely even got your driver's permit. Get a car, get a job, enjoy it, finish high school, consider going to college. It's a great thing to have a college degree. Enjoy your life. If you guys are together from now until then, that is fantastic. And who cares what I had to say? But just think about it. I'm not saying you're going to break up. I'm not saying he doesn't like you or that you really don't like him. But just enjoy your life for the moment. Don't try to age yourself anymore. Okay, that's my advice. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here because I have another really, really long question that I'm going to have to read out in detail so you guys get the gist of it. So, if you want me to answer a question, Dear Matthew, question signed, what you want me to call you, kisses, be right back.